In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Semi-Pro. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows it's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go! Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. This is what we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Leveraging football to transform lives.
From the time I knock my knee, I think the eyesight go in.
But what's your knee have to do with your eyes?
Well, that's why I came for a checkup.
Côté Cots Optical, ou pas besoin d'appointement, avec examination yo toujours free. Docteur a bien indiqué un travail. Ou sa joindre lunettes ou asiko dit, avec si on est 4 discount NIC, ou kay joindre 50% discount plus. Changer, frame pour lunettes ka commencer à $1.
Cots Optical, ou un jésier moi. Higher purchase là, ou un jéjou non moi.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop with confidence and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Plus, with Ready Finance, shop today and pay later. No fine print and no tricks. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
My name is Roycelyn Terrence and I've been riding for 17 years. What I enjoy most about riding, the adrenaline rush that comes with it. One of the reasons I believe that bikers get into accidents, you get so caught up in enjoying riding that you don't remember that it's not only you on the road. A couple years ago, I was in a bike accident, could have lost my life, but luckily for me, I had this helmet. This is what saved my life and this is why I'm here with you today to share this testimonial. I'm telling you to stay safe, be vigilant and wear your helmet.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Semi-Pro. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes the season. This is football team. Come alive, we just excite us. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Leveraging football to transform lives.
Can we all please stand to acknowledge the national anthem of St. Lucia? Participating teams. In the red and white, and of course, Team MABOUYA in the black, and of course with the white stripes. Later on, we have another game here. So for City Supreme will be coming up against South Castries.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you are across the globe. It's the weekend finale of the Semi-Pro Football League right here at the Soufrière Mini Stadium. And of course, a mouth-watering clash for you guys to start it off. It's an East Coast derby where Dennery, they come up against MABOUYA Valley. Elijah Williams in your company alongside the critic, Tennyson Glasgow.
An East Coast derby played in the southwest of the island. We're in Soufrière, so that in itself is a spectacle. Always a pleasure to be here. It is Dennery taking on MABOUYA Valley. I think the last time they met, MABOUYA Valley got the better of Dennery. So let's see if we can have a repeat or if Dennery can pull some strings together to reverse the outcome.
Well, there are two teams from the same area but contrasting positions on the table. MABOUYA Valley currently sits in second position on 17 points, and Dennery just hovering over the relegation zone on 9 points. So they're fair ways off of their rivals. Well, I shouldn't say rivals, you know, their counterparts. They're from the same area.
Yeah, interesting enough. So it's one trying to stave off relegation and the other trying to continue their momentum and stay just behind the league leaders in Leclerc. Of course, Elijah Williams will bring you the team news.
Yeah, for Dennery, as usual, Anton Richard in goal. Newton Marshall, Maurice Etienne, MacGyver Raymond, and Ethan Stanio Andrew, they make up the back four. In midfield, Javel Fauché, Elijah Joseph, and Chilvius Okuli. Denilson Jones is the central striker, and he's flanked by Gavin Reggie and Shaquille William. For MABOUYA Valley, Daisy Joseph, ever present in goal. Nick Henville, Chavern Louisi, Brandon Sandiford once again deputizing in the center of defense, and Tej Pascal makes up the back four. In midfield, Nathaniel Noel, Kanye Standiford, and Ethan Okuli. And Kervon Edward is the central striker. He's flanked by Alk Markey and Amaziah Edwin.
Yeah, interesting lineups by both teams. Of course, there's so much going on, so much at stake. Good surface, nothing to complain about. The temperature is so right, and as I say so, we see a through ball. Can he cut it back, and the flag goes up immediately? Just mentioned this is the right climate for football, Eli. The surface is all right, the right temperature.
Yes.
Of course, we're coming from the north where there wasn't much rain, but we heard that there was a lot of rain in Soufrière. So everything is just in the right soaking for a good match.
Yeah, and then we had a couple of cracks at it just a while ago. But we have a player for MABOUYA Valley who's down. Can't really make out who it is just at the moment. But then we early on already signaling their intent, trying to take some revenge against MABOUYA, who rolled them over last time out.
Yeah, you know, I guess when those two meet, it's a pity that we don't have the sets of fans like we had in the last time out, because it was so intense. Even the fans were getting involved. They were not in a bad way, but you know, just to have one over each other. And I remember Subban saying that, you know, doing them the signal that they talk too much. And that's what we want in football. We want a rivalry, a sort of a friendly rivalry between fans, between players, to create the atmosphere that the semi-pro so desire.
Yeah, and still trying to figure out who it is. Looks like number 3 for MABOUYA Valley. That would be Nathaniel Noel. He's back up onto his feet. I think he may have gotten injured in that early bar.
So Eli, again, a very bright start for MABOUYA Valley. We saw a bright start again last night. So it seems that, you know, that is the intention of majority of teams. When they get on to the first half, they try to impose themselves very, very early with some early pressure and rewarded it for goal.
Yeah, and you know, Dennery fired the first shot, but MABOUYA was the one that was on target.
Then we missed.
Yeah, then we missed. And they're going to have a lot to do, because this MABOUYA team is looking to get back on track. They started off extremely well. Were at the top of the table for quite some time in the early going. And now they found a A scenario when
Big
Dennery
save.
again didn't get enough on that one, critic.
Yeah, big save, big save. Goalkeeper was really placed, and I think the kicker or the attacker rather, I don't think he's a left footer. It's kind of awkward how he tried to get onto it. So I'm thinking that he's a right footer. I didn't get no purchase onto that one at all. We're in a field in search. See MABOUYA Valley.
Yeah, Ethan Okule, youngster, could have easily been on the national under 20, opted to play for his community.
Nothing wrong with that, of course. You know, you get a chance to become a legend of your own in your community. Of course, persons may differ, but everybody has a different journey. Everybody has a different path, and that might just be his path. But
yeah, still lots of time. His career is just starting off,
yes.
critic. So.
Oh yes. And also, credit must be given to MABOUYA Valley. They fell off a bit in terms of their availability of persons and injuries, but they're still able to win some critical games, get some points, and remain second in the table. Of course, we know Leclerc are the runaway leaders in terms of points, but that doesn't mean other teams cannot fight their way, battle their way to stay in and make the playoffs. Because the way the tournament is set up, Eli, despite you having all those points, there is a chance. You still have a chance.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you still have a chance.
I mean, we're only halfway through the fixtures.
Of course, in St. Lucia, for those listening from out of St. Lucia, it's a long weekend for us. Friday.
It's my kind of weekend.
Yeah. There's you know, nothing beats a long. You know what beats a long weekend?
A longer weekend.
A longer. Let me see you. you see you. Man, you on point, man. You on point. No, yeah, and have to be a longer weekend. Gets into the area, turns his man again. Cross coming over here outside the right foot. Ball still within the area. 2 players down. Ball again. Yeah, MABOUYA Valley basically putting a lot of pressure on Dennery. Dennery in itself, despite the positioning on the table, they have had a sort of like a mini comeback. I mean, you see Fauché trying to really bring them back. He's the one who normally scores for them. Remember, their coach had a spell with the national team. She herself was unavailable. So they had a little mini glimpse of some better results. So let's see if they can come back in this game.
Yeah, they were in the relegation zone at a point in time. Hard to believe that Dennery would be in a relegation discussion. But they out of that, they're clear of it by 3 points. So they want to build on that. Of course, that's this. Both of these teams are playing their 10th fixture out of 18. So still a long way to go, critic. Still a long way to go.
The league is not a sprint. I mean, we have the fastest woman in St. Lucia, but the league is a marathon.
That's right.
The league is a marathon. Or I should say, one of the fastest women in the world. You know, these days people jump on things pretty quick. At one point, she was the fastest, but in recent times, you know how it is when that should be a foul. Going in the next direction.
Yeah, well, for St. Lucians, she's the fastest.
Yeah, well, you say St. Lucians to me, she'll be forever be the fastest, you know. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. You baguette?
It's the packet, no pay.
Like Eli said yesterday, you know, we even have to put a camera in the commentary box just to see some behind the scenes, you know.
Yeah, but they mustn't tell us.
Yeah, it might
We
be.
might reserve.
You're
ourselves,
right. You might hold back. You might hold back, you know. Yeah, but you know, it's one thing I must say. I really enjoy working with Elijah Williams, and you know what I enjoy most about that is that we don't ever have a talk like, you know, we say, boy, we're gonna say this or we're gonna say that.
Yeah.
We just
spontaneous.
Yeah, we just go in it, you know. We just go in it.
It's a compre thing.
Yeah. That's how it is, you know.
It's a compre thing.
What house were you in?
Aaron.
Well, sister house.
Yeah. Oriole Light, right?
Oriole Light, that's right. Yeah, Oriole Power.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I get it. Stoppage of play. A fall right there. Then we're trying to take it pretty quick. I know he's gonna get I just know he's gonna get a card for that. Players need to understand that. If the whistle blows, leave the ball alone. The responsibility is to fall back into your. That's what you're saying. Leave the ball alone. Searching pass upfield for MABOUYA trying to keep the pressure.
Loose there.
Dennery, of course, still trying to put some pressure on MABOUYA Valley. Good pass there.
High intensity at
yes,
the moment.
I realize that. Both teams are going at it. As a matter of fact, you often say this is how both teams play.
Yes.
I think in this part of the island, you know, football has a culture based upon where you come from.
Yeah.
So Soufrière would have their way, Castries, Leclerc, everybody have their way. But you see on the East Coast, those guys.
I think it's the fish.
I think it's the fish.
The dolphins.
Fish.
Too much do a lot of do it.
Yeah, but they really go at each other. They really go at each other. High energy, a lot of tempo, good rhythm, a lot of running as well.
Ethan Oakley is class.
Yeah, just rush this one. It's a foul right there.
Yeah.
Searching free kick, could have done better. Quickly onto it, ball going out. It seems to be a throw in.
Long throw in there.
Yeah, defender making a lot of height. It looks like young Tej Pascal who got up there before the
Yeah, he has some hops. He has some
Yeah,
hops.
he made some real height there, man.
He has some hops. I can tell you. I've seen
He
him.
made some real height. Good judgment as well. MABOUYA Valley very comfortable, always comfortable coming from behind, playing from behind. A long pass, very interesting pass. Defender have to be able to deal with it.
Very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting pass. You would have got Tej on the front foot immediately. Yeah, very, very good pass.
There he is, Tej Pascal.
Oh God, problems.
Yeah,
Problems.
Offside.
Problems.
It's offside.
Okay, the flag is up. But again, you see the intent. his colleague not raising his head to cross the ball. Just put it in an area. Just put it in an area to get just put it in an area and let the defense deal with it. However, he was caught offside. Now we see Dennery on the charge.
Good combination play there. Will he get to it? He does. Good goalkeeping by Daisy
pretty
Joseph.
Well. Just coming across and taking in this one. I think both teams are really at it tonight. They haven't stopped in terms of their intensity.
Young Okoli, good take indeed.
Pass could have been better.
Yeah,
pass could have been better, but good take, good carry, good take down.
I appreciate the pass. It allowed us to see that bit of skill.
Back was stood, never saw that pass coming. Opportunity again, ball coming across. Eli. Like I always tell her, when y'all don't hear Elijah's voice, guess where he is already? In the bakery. This time it's the pork bakery.
It's baked already.
Yeah, in the pork bakery.
It's baked already.
Alright, ball in the box area, just a little lob. There is an interesting build up now on the flank. Tackle there, youngster.
Yeah.
Then we know they're slowing down the game a bit. You could actually see instructions from the centre back asking them to slow down a bit. Good range of passing by Dennery, good display. Lofted ball in the area, goalkeeper quick off the line.
Good idea.
Yeah, quick off the line. Goalkeeper seems to be really up for it tonight. Look how quickly MABOUYA gets into the other half. Not bad a contest between both teams, you know. I think the passing range has been on point. Another pass there from Anton Richards trying to get Fauché involved. He's been the guy making this team tick. I see so ball on the right side, comes across very hard. Goalkeeper again, right there in time to gobble this one in. Yeah, good display of football.
Yeah, Daisy Joseph, anything along the ground, he has gobbled it up thus far. Sandiford coming out from the back.
Yeah, you don't want to have another crack at that pass. A little too much on it. I say so, we can see the South Castries team making their way into the facility. Of course, South Castries will be playing Soufrière in the next encounter. I think that one is a relegation 6-pointer.
Somebody from Soufrière promised me a brace today.
Oh yeah, the youngster up front.
I'm not mentioning any names just yet.
Yeah, number 9. He promised us. He might just get it, you know. I think he's a youngster who has a lot of confidence. So he might just have his way.
He seemed very willing to accept correction and retain information.
Yeah, we spoke with him.
Spoke
with him. So if he can stay focused and put it into play, we might see a good display from him. Meantime, it's a MABOUYA Valley throw-in. Dennery trying to take control and a foul. I must mention too that persons who haven't been on the West Coast for quite some time, the road works are progressing smoothly. There are 1-2 areas that are still, I want to use the right term because I saw the signs.
Under construction.
Yeah.
Still under construction.
But I saw an interesting term which I want to use, under construction, and there is still milling. I show you here, you saw some signs saying road milling. So I like that, As a matter of fact, I think with the advent of the new surface and the layout of the West Coast, getting to Soufrière is a breeze. I'm not talking about Cool Breeze, the gas station, or the little hostel that they have. It's really a cool breeze. Drove down here in no time. Scenic. Road is something else. I like it. A little foul on the player there. That ball will be going to MABOUYA Valley. As I see Eli eating one of his favorite meals. Not eating, just getting something in the tank. And I say good night to my good friend Coco Bellas, because what you eating there, Eli, he always says to me, you're my good buddy, But the only problem I have with you're not eating what Eli eating right now there, So, but if you're watching the stream, nobody. But if he was there, I know he'd have enjoyed that as well.
Well, I'm representing him at the moment.
Yeah. That is his thing. That is his thing self. So good night to you, my brother. Yeah. 1-0. MABOUYA Valley leads. They're second on the table. And they're just keeping that little pace, that little momentum on the league table. I want to say good night to Jackie Isa.
She's a Williams.
Yeah, she's a Williams, yeah. She's watching the stream, never misses a match. I think one of these days we have to bring Jackie in the commentary booth, Ball being played with a little intricacy right there. Nothing happening there. MABOUYA Valley able to keep possession. And I say so. A loose pass. Good
long
shot.
Range.
The goalkeeper certainly up for it. Got behind this one pretty quick.
That's one thing you're going to get from the Dennery teams.
Yeah,
long range shooting.
There's a player I saw who, I think it's Fauché, He just, I don't know if he got a little knock in the area, but he's up now. But again, good display of football, good shot from way out. Goalkeeper certainly up for this one. And Eli, despite the scoreline in the favor of MABOUYA Valley, but Dennery has had some good passages of play. They continue to show good possession as well.
Yeah, I think they're settling down into the game nicely.
Yeah. I can tell you this derby ain't over yet, as I say so. Poor Cross could have done better. Next door neighbors, just like Manchester United and Manchester City. They both got victories on the weekend. So let us see. So as well, like, if he's one of the teams who are trusted in playing from behind, playing from the back, is MABOUYA Valley. Those guys are, that's what they do. Very rare you see MABOUYA Valley go for a long punt up field.
Yeah, and you can tell that because in the absence of Sabanj, they've put a midfielder in the back to deputize, that being Brandon Sandiford.
Yeah, who can pass the ball.
That's right.
Now, interesting too, football has evolved so much. You see what he just did there, passing the ball across the goal? Like as a cardinal sin in my time. And no way. No coach accepting that, you know. But things have changed. And that's what life is about. Changes, and you adapt to changes. Free kick now.
About to put that one in. Was the best.
The disappointment there. Yeah, search up field for goal scorer. And guess what? He was able to get it. Better pass, Eli. Anton would have probably been in trouble.
That one had to be a bit more square.
That's right. You could see the intent for sure. The player is going to check on him. Yeah, he's all right. That's what I like to see. That's how the game's supposed to be played. I mean, it's a contact sport. But every now and then you could check on your opponent.
I mean, sportsmanship.
Yeah, I never used to do it, but I'm like...
You do it after the game?
Yeah. I tell you, it was a battle for me. You know, until that game wasn't done, I had no friends. But anyhow, ball coming across. Chance. Good defending again there. Dennery's stronghold seems to be going down the right flank. Many a times they build the attack. When they spread to the right side, they expect that ball to come across.
Yeah, but the cutbacks have not really been on point. It's either too close to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but at least they're getting in there. One of them might just work as a long throw in.
Speaks to MABOUYA's organization as well.
Dennery also shows, Eli, that they have been doing some work as well, you know. I mean, they're down there, but they look more organized tonight. You could see, you know, they look more organized. Because as much as the goal was scored very early on them, their head never dropped. And they just continue to play. And as I say so, a player just dropped.
Yeah, I think this is Kanye Sandiford this time. I think he's been struggling with a niggling injury for several weeks now. He's been trying to manage it. If you observe, every time MABOUYA plays, he hits the deck at some point in time. National player, just turned 22.
He's a very good player, as a matter of fact.
Very versatile player. We've seen him play pretty much every single position for MABOUYA this season.
He can play. This is one of the youngsters in the league I can vouch for and can say he can play football. I'm not saying that the others cannot, but he's a level above them. He's a very good player. Good boy, you got your 3 points. Looks like one of the players just ran his race.
Yeah, Sandiford. Been replaced by Claudio Joseph.
Looks so. Then we continue to battle it out. Crossfield pass. We are Valley quite comfortable. Then we're looking quite comfortable on the AstroTurf. Remember, that's what they have in Dennery as well. They're able to zip passes around. Interesting pass there, Eli. All he needs is a good touch, but Tej is quickly onto it, wasting no time. Just probably trying to get rid of that ball a little too quick, but good interception there by the youngster. We have Valley again.
It's almost like there's no time to dwell on the ball for either team, Critic.
Yeah. That look there, youngster, trying to put in some magic there. Anton, the big keeper. Good control. And we just continue to play. Here's Tej Pascal in action again. Interception. Searching pass. Works out well in field. Very good football there by MABOUYA Valley.
Yes, indeed.
And they continue with the progression. A through ball, Eli. Anton able to lash onto it, to read it as well. But this is a very good game between MABOUYA Valley and Dennery. Both teams are definitely going for it.
Yeah, normally what we've been seeing for the season is teams being cagey in the first half and then leashing maybe in the second half. I don't know if it's because a goal has already been scored, but it's been that way sort of from the onset. It has not eased off.
Not at all. I like the rhythm, I like the tempo of this game. Quick action. But as I say so, you could see the MABOUYA Valley coach very dramatic on the sideline, not wanting Dennery not even to get a sniff in the 6-yard area or in the 12-yard area. In time I see the coach for Dennery trying to urge her players to continue. She likes what she's seeing. Yeah. We're pressing on, winning the ball almost immediately, taking a shot from outside, and goalkeeper able to deal with it. About 37 minutes gone, approaching the halfway mark. Oh, very good football again, one touch. Listen, I can tell you, whoever is responsible for putting this team together for MABOUYA Valley have done a very good job. Those youngsters are really playing together, keeping it simple, just trying to play one over top.
Yeah, I think if this MABOUYA team can stay together within the next year or two, they'll be a force to be reckoned with, because there will be other youngsters coming through the pipeline. As a matter of fact, in the SLFA Under 12 District Football Competition, MABOUYA Valley just won this weekend. So at that level, at the incubator level, the grassroots level, they already have, you know, a young core of players coming through.
Yeah, it's almost like a conveyor belt. And that's what you want. You want your grassroots to progress because you want continuity with your program. So if the under 12 have already, or probably making strides already. It only shows that there's a lot of football to look forward to coming from MABOUYA Valley.
Yeah, a lot of leagues focus on senior football, and if you ask me, don't place enough emphasis on the youth development. Of course, notably, you have areas like Sufra, where we are at, the Grosley Football League, the CFC.
Viewfort has a good youth league.
Viewfort as well, yes,
yes.
well,
yeah.
You know, known for their youth leagues. As a matter of fact, Grosley's youth league has now become regional.
Yeah,
with teams
coming from outside, coming in. Yeah, so it's good. Always good to have the youngsters engage. You know, like I think, for example, typical example, the ball boys in Guzile. Look how enthusiastic and how they want to be part of it. So that alone tells you that there is a fever when it comes to young football, young footballers wanting to be part of what it is. I think Dogu, our friend, came from the youth program in Roseau. Are you aware of that?
I was not aware.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, he came from the youth program. And now you see him playing for Roseau. You know, so it's always good for youngsters to get involved very early.
That's why you have Rosy Cheeks tonight.
Yeah.
The Roseau guy with the Rosy Cheeks.
Yeah, although Lawas has passed.
When last night?
She passed last night?
I don't know. Lawas, let me apologize to all my Marguerite people there. We're in the month of Marguerite, so no more rose talk.
How do you say that, you know? This is the beauty. Yeah.
That's not the song to sing right now.
No. What I'm saying, like, St. Lucia is a very unique place. St. Lucia is unique, you know.
You can't sing Lawa's song during La Marguerite time.
No, we were just singing that because of, the rose.
No, let me make up. I Lawas, me no, me
waglo. St. Lucia? No, Eli, people don't understand. This place, I used to be in that. My mother used to bring me in that, One thief little sweets on table, all kind of things.
So you used to put you in jail?
Yeah, man.
And you have to pay your fee to come out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. St. Lucia is a special place, man. Unique place. Yeah. So we're going to continue football action. See Dennery throw in. Ball played into midfield. O'Shea finding himself all the way back, almost like a quarterback, and trying to spur a long pass. Yeah. Not much time left. Probably about 5 more minutes into the first half. But a good display of football. We saw some saves as well. We saw some balls being cut back. We saw some half chances. But I like the interplay between both teams. It's one thing I always enjoy, Eli, is to see teams put the ball on the floor and make passes and show possession. And I think both teams has been successful in doing so.
It's been a very interesting contest thus far. Very intriguing. Good passages of play by both teams. I think we've seen more attempts on goal by Dennery, as a matter of fact. MABOUYA leads 1-0.
We see a breakaway now. I don't know what he was waiting for. But
Actually got instruction from the crowd.
You always get that.
Somebody saying, hit it.
It's always very easy to give those instructions from the crowd. Very good pass.
Indeed.
Trying to
Very
keep
good
possession.
defending.
Yeah. The defender was able to get back on. And as I say, so a ball going over the wall. See something there, yeah. This looks very quiet tonight. It's Sunday.
It'll get lively soon. Sufra is up next.
Seen there by Terry. The cross should be coming in. Coming across. The defense able to deal with it.
Good whip, good pace, but not enough height.
Yeah, he didn't get past the first defender. And there's a foul there. Again, if he regained the ball, basically what he tried to do was try to outrun his marker. Could have just probably cleared the ball to avoid that free kick. Because not much time left. We don't want to go in there 2 down. Want to go in there 2 down at all. So the physio has been called on. Yeah. Yeah, 3 minutes of.
We are turning the ball over there at another attempt all around. I saw he tried. Anton Richard is a huge goalkeeper in the goal. It's about 6'6", 6'7". Huge, long frame.
He tried to turn on his man. And they keep possession and throw into the valley. Or like Shakes would say, MABOUYA. MABOUYA Valley. And now it's a DENNERY throw in. Of course, DENNERY just keeping it safe. Not much time to go till we hear the whistle. It's an attack there by Valley a little too much. DENNERY throwing. They still have some time on the clock. Can they get in there to? As I say so, we had a final whistle for the first half. Of course, it is still 1-0 in favor of the Valley. We will be back shortly.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows it's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go. Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. Game and this is what we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Leveraging football to transform lives.
From the time I knocked my knee, I think the eyesight go in.
But what's your knee have to do with your eyes?
Well, that's why I came for a checkup.
Kote Cots Optical ou pa besoin appointment ek examinasyon yo toujours free. Docteur a bien indiqué en travail li. Ou sa jwenn lunettes ou asiko di. Ek si ou ni 4 discount NIC ou kay jwenn 50% discount plus. Change. Frame pour lunettes ou ka commencer à $1.
Cots Optical, ou an jeziye mwen. Haya purchase la, ou an jejounou mwen.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop with confidence and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Plus, with Ready Finance, shop today and pay later. No fine print and no tricks. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
My name is Roycelyn Terrence and I've been riding for 17 years. What I enjoy most about riding, the adrenaline rush that comes with it. One of the reasons I believe that bikers get into accidents, you get so caught up in enjoying riding that you don't remember that it's not only you on the road. A couple years ago, I was in a bike accident, could have lost my life, but luckily for me, I had this helmet. This is what saved my life and this is why I'm here with you today to share this testimonial. I'm telling you to stay safe, be vigilant and wear your helmet.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows it's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go! Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. Let's play! we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Leveraging football to transform lives.
From the time I knock my knee, I think the eyesight go in.
But what's your knee have to do with your eyes?
Well, that's why I came for a checkup.
Kote Cots Optical ou pa bouzen appointment ek examinasyon yo toujou free. Dokte a bien indike an travay li. Ou sa jwen lunettes ou asou ko di. Ek si ou ni 4 discount NIC ou kay jwen 50% discount plus. Chanje, frame pou lunettes ou ka komanse a $1.
Cots Optical, wan jezye mwen. Haya purchase la, wan jejounou mwen.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop with confidence and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Plus, with ready finance, shop today and pay later. No fine print and no tricks. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
My name is Roycelyn Terrence and I've been riding for 17 years. What I enjoy most about riding, the adrenaline rush that comes with it. One of the reasons I believe that bikers get into accidents, you get so caught up in enjoying riding that you don't remember that it's not only you on the road. A couple years ago, I was in a bike accident, could have lost my life, but luckily for me, I had this helmet. This is what saved my life, and this is why I'm here with you today to share this testimonial. I'm telling you to stay safe, be vigilant, and wear your helmet.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows it's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go! Oh, 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 this is what we love. Oh, 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 this is what we love. Let's play! Oh, 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 this is what we love. This is a beautiful game and this is what we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Leveraging football to transform lives.
From the time I knock my knee, I think the eyesight go in.
But what's your knee have to do with your eyes?
Well, that's why I came for a checkup.
Kote Cots Optical ou pa bouzen appointment ek examinasyon yo toujou free. Dokte a bien indike an travay li. Ou sa jwen lunettes ou asou ko di. Ek si ou ni 4 discount NIC ou kay jwen 50% discount plus. Chanje, frame pou lunettes ou ka komanse a $1.
Cots Optical, wan jezye mwen. Haya purchase la, wan jejounou mwen.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop with confidence and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Plus, with Ready Finance, shop today and pay later. No fine print and no tricks. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
My name is Roycelyn Terrence and I've been riding for 17 years. What I enjoy most about riding, the adrenaline rush that comes with it. One of the reasons I believe that bikers get into accidents, you get so caught up in enjoying riding that you don't remember it's not only you on the road. A couple years ago, I was in a bike accident, could have lost my life, but luckily for me, I had this helmet. This is what saved my life, and this is why I'm here with you today to share this testimonial. I'm telling you to stay safe, be vigilant, and wear your helmet.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows it's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go. Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. Let's play. Whoa, oh, oh, this is what we love. This is a beautiful game and this is what we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Leveraging football to transform lives.
From the time I knock my knee, I think the eyesight go in.
But what you only have to do with your eyes?
Well, that's why I came for a checkup.
Kote Cots Optical ou pa besoin appointment ek examinasyon yo toujou free. Docteur a bien indiqué en travail li. Ou sa jwenn lunettes ou asiko di. Ek si ou ni 4 discount NIC ou kay jwenn 50% discount plus. Changez. Frame pour lunettes ou ka commencer à $1.
Cots Optical, ou an jeziye mwen. Haya purchase la, ou an jejounou mwen.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Shop with confidence and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Plus, with Ready Finance, shop today and pay later. No fine print and no tricks. Only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special
creating those opportunities that one or two may go past him. Long throwing being that's actually helped on by a MABOUYA player. Cleared out. And a throw in, I believe, to MABOUYA. Young Tej Pascal back in the fold. Not really seen Tej in an attacking scenario like we normally do just yet. Maybe it's because of the absence of Govan Javier, which is Sebans. So they may be opting to keep more of the fullbacks home as opposed to allowing them to bomb forward like we normally see. But we know his ability on the ball. Thrown in there by DENNERY. MABOUYA intercepting that one and trying to put a ball through. DENNERY player is down though. He got hit in the breadbasket. Yeah, number 23 for DENNERY. That's Maurice Etienne. Yeah. Not comfortable at all. Hope he recovers quickly. When you get those sorts of blows, as a guy, speaking about guys here, when you get those sorts of blows, you need to take some time. You know, the referee will afford you a little time and catch yourself. Because it can be very uncomfortable immediately after. And we see him still checking on himself. MABOUYA. Ball goes out of play there. Goal scorer, Kevon Edward. I'm sure you guys heard that faint murmur there by my brother Critic. He's at Williams Bakery right now, and I see a ball across there. And able to keep it in play. Was threatening there for a second. If his size of his boot was a little bigger, he would have had a tap in. Probably one of these days, one of those days where you wished he was a size 13 or so. Ball just going past his foot. Another player for DENNERY down at the moment. That's Denilson Jones. This time looks like the ankle. That's right, Joseph. Issuing a yellow card to Trevon Louisi from MABOUYA Valley. Louisi trying to plead his case, plead his innocence. Wasn't intentional, he says. But Lesroy Joseph deeming that, in as much as it may not have been intentional, may have been a bit dangerous or a bit reckless. And he goes into the book. Javel Fauché over the ball now. Lofted forward. Daisy Joseph gets it into his mitts. I don't know why I keep referring to the goalkeeper's gloves as mitts. Mitts is what you use in the oven. This is gloves. MABOUYA now on the attack. Ball played a little too much on that one. Surface is a bit slick still. Of course, Quite a bit of rain in Sufra a little earlier on. Much as the drainage here at the Sufra Mini Stadium, excellent. A little bit of moisture and the dew factor, as Critic always says, is going to cause that ball to skid on. Then replaying out from the back. Second half started off a little bit more balanced. First half ended with Dennery on the front foot. Dennery for throw. We're in the attacking area. Ball tried to flick on there. Dennery again in possession. A little miscommunication there. Ball booted down the field by MABOUYA Valley. Right back to Dennery. They've had quite a bit of possession thus far in the second half. Nothing too meaningful coming from it. And an excellent cross there. Dealt with ably by MABOUYA Valley. But we see the intent of Dennery putting the ball into a dangerous area there. There you go again. Just a little too much on that one for MABOUYA Valley. Ball booted forward for Alkamaki. Couldn't get the silky touch that we saw Ethan O'Culey execute earlier on in the first half. Similar sort of delivery. The goal kick to Dennery.
Dennery, of course, still trying to pursue. They can get the back of the net. MABOUYA Valley has shown that they can defend as well, despite them taking the lead. My only contention with MABOUYA Valley is the color of the uniform, the kit. You know me and black already.
Well, at least the numbers are visible.
Yeah. When I think of MABOUYA, I always think of sky blue. They have this black kit which they play. Battle in there. No. Trying to play his man in.
Well, cut out there. There's Pascal playing that ball through. One back by Dennery. MABOUYA at the moment not being able to string 4 or 5 passes together.
Yeah, they're a little too. They play a little too fast. I mean, that's normally how they play, but now you need to manage the game. You're leading 1-0 because the faster you play, Eli, is the more prone you're to making bad passes. They need to just bring it down a little notch, and when you probably get into the opponent's half, then you might just want to raise the tempo. But just to get out of your half, just be a little patient with the way you make those passes. And as I say so, it was a good instance where they could have just hold on to it, bring him into play and continue. So all those things they need to take into account, because the game is 90 minutes. You need to be able to mind yourself within the 90 minutes. That's a little too hard there on his back.
MABOUYA now just getting past their dangerous situation. And Dennery has now one possession back. Where Valley back in possession. Good ball out there. Tesh unable to get it through. Now, there's an old saying, you know, Dennery's all over MABOUYA like a rash. I wasn't able to corral that one.
Yes, the touch was important, but again, you see Dennery keeping their intensity, basically trying to see how they could manifest a goal. And they tend to want to go on the flanks, whether it be the left or the right, rather than come through the middle. But Eli did mention the law of averages, and it seems that Dennery is in the ascendancy, having this little possession on top of the box area and trying to see how they could get on the score sheet. Credit must be given to them, but the MABOUYA team has shown some good resilience. It's going to be a Dennery throw-in. The battle continues between both teams. Playing him this way, the touch. Goalkeeper making himself very big, spreading.
Done well there.
Doing very good. Good goalkeeping, youngster.
Attacker would have wanted to have kept that ball closer to him.
He tried, you know, but
Yeah,
the
he
goalkeeper,
did.
the goalkeeper was excellent.
But again, critic, Dennery knocking on the door of MABOUYA Valley.
Big time. Big time. We see MABOUYA on the attack, on over top there. And it's signaled to be a corner. It's going to be a corner now to MABOUYA Valley. Ball comes across. Anton able to deal with it. And we're on the charge. Can they get an outlet? I think they can.
And a dangerous ball in the end.
Goalkeeper came out too early, Eli. Much too early. And again,
Law of averages, critic.
I'm seeing.
Is that a handball?
I seen a signal there.
Let's see the replay.
I'm seeing a signal like somebody handled that ball.
I suspect it was the attacker because he looked kind of sheepish there.
Yeah, and watch the reaction as well.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at the reaction as
And
well.
it just probably bounced up and hit his hand there.
Yeah. Okay. But again, still, Eli, the goalkeeper should have stayed put.
Shaquille William there.
Yeah, should have stayed put. So he got away with this one. The handball came to his rescue.
Dennery is not just knocking on the door, they're threatening to kick it down, critic.
But from way out. Yeah. We just passed the hour mark. And MABOUYA Valley still continue to lead. It's a very interesting pass this time on of the flank. And defender doing pretty well. And the player from MABOUYA Valley stays down. Marvin Mathieu making his entrance, and Javel Fauché, who has been very instrumental, especially on the scoring sheet, makes his exit. Kendall Fauché also coming in and making his exit is Chevius Oculi. Wow. Oculi. MABOUYA Valley with a long throw attempt.
Whenever there's any relation between Chevius Oculi and Ethan Oculi playing for opposite teams.
Well, the names are very peculiar, so it should be. I don't think they are much. I've heard.
Dennery winning that ball again. Good tackle there.
Right edge, yeah. Again, looking for an outlet pass. Deception right there. Player going down. If Ice has encountered an error. 73 minutes gone. MABOUYA Valley continue to hold on to that lead. Did get a better of Dennery. And it'd be a situation where they're going to take 6 points from Dennery. But we must mention, Eli, that the Dennery team has improved. Just about, getting those passes into the final third and having a good opportunity.
Yeah, they need points. It may be a scenario, I say maybe because quite a few games still left in the league phase, but it may be a scenario where they are too far back to get into the semi-finals. What they want to do is get as far away from the relegation zone as possible.
Yeah, when you speak of relegation, you don't only mention Dennery. Rich history in football, rich history in sports in general. But then we have a lot of football fans and they do like the placing of where their team is. But hope is on the horizon. I say so, a searching pass. Immediately, the goalkeeper comes out and deals with it.
Good take there. Easily defended.
Henry in midfield possession, all spread towards the right side. A better pass, who knows, could have played him in. A little too much on this one. Good passage there for MABOUYA. Keeping that ball alive. It's a goal kick now to Dennery. Still Dennery, loads of possession. Trying to carve our way back into the game. Substitution there for Dennery. 2 players should be coming in. Cross ball. Keeper immediately alerting his teammate that he's onto it. Alright, ball goes out. It's a throw in now to Dennery. Free kick. Midway through. And we see more players now joining the attack for Dennery with this free kick. The taller players. Again, goalkeeper coming out. Getting the ball out of the area in a diving fashion. He's really onto his game tonight. Wants to secure those points to bring it back to the Valley. A long throw into Dennery now. I want him to do. Should have done better with that. Now, interesting now, we shall take on 3 versus 3. Wow. They are going down. Snapshot. And unable to deal with it. Interception there. Then we go into the far side. Pascal able to intercept momentarily. In possession, Dennery. An opportunity. Player will shoot. Good save there by goalkeeper again. There's a player down from Dennery. Took a little knock just above the knee area. He will need some medical attention. Oh, he's up already. The referee basically coming to his aid as well. Tough luck there, youngster. Trying to play him in almost immediately for one touch pass. But a little too much on it. So throw into Dennery. Yeah. MABOUYA goalkeeper exhibiting all his skills tonight. He's had a good game. A little again, too much on this one. Sometimes those balls need to be played to players' feet rather than just ahead of them. You don't have much space on the line. We're on to 82 minutes. Time definitely not on the side of Dennery. All the efforts that they have tried, they're just not able to make that final pass and crack open the defense of MABOUYA Valley. Will MABOUYA be going home with the bragging rights and the 3 points? Remember, it's an East Coast derby played in the southwest of the island. Nice little crowd building up. Of course, the home team plays next. Oh, nice interplay there. Oh, good save again. Very good save by the youngster. Low to his right, to his left, that is, sorry. I was able to fend it off. So it's a corner now to Dennery. Dennery again knocking on the door. That door remains closed. Not the type of tackle you want to put in at all. Very much agricultural. Once you get off your feet these days, that whistle will blow against you. Good one-touch football there by MABOUYA. Yeah, a little bit of grabbing onto the player. So it's a free kick to MABOUYA Valley. Because these are the moments now where you ask the referee how much time is left. Pass the message around. Everybody on the same wavelength, knowing how much time. There's one thing we must encourage Eli, is that for facilities to put up clocks, game time clocks. It's one thing I don't think we have on the island, but some point in time we have to have match day clocks. Only for the players, but for the spectators as well, to keep in tune with the game, knowing of course how much time is left. Right now we just past the 85th minute. I have another substitution. Ethan Andrew going out. Coming in is Cleus Ford. Dennery. There is a chance. MABOUYA not able to lash onto this one. That's the sort of ball he wanted at this time of the game. Just keeping concentration. The goalkeeper stayed rooted to goal. One thing about the Super Mini Stadium, the playing surface, size of the playing field as well. You have a lot of time and space. Going out. Going to MABOUYA Valley, play down the line. They're not able to hold up that football. Not much time left. Another throw in again. Bit of tough tackling in the area there. One player staying down. We have a player down getting some attention. Seems to be all right. It's a free kick. The goalkeeper Anton Richards coming up all the way. There's going to be 4 minutes of added on time.
Dennery have huffed and puffed, critic. But they've not been able to blow the house down. It seems like MABOUYA's house is made of brick and mortar.
They still continue, able to get that ball away from him. Still huffing and puffing. The story of the wolf, right?
That's right.
And we have a sprint.
Little pigs.
Desperate tackling at the back.
Looks like a good tackle as well.
Then we're still huffing and puffing. Ball in the area. Much legs around you, my brother.
Marcelin Young Pascal off of the ball there.
Touch. Now the game is winding down. Legs are heavy, so you expect errors.
Your take of the game, critic?
Start off with a lot of pace, electricity, intensity, as they normally do between the two. But a little disappointment in terms of the final passing stage in the field, especially. Like you mentioned earlier, Dennery huffed and puff are not able to put in that telling pass. Even MABOUYA Valley to a certain extent. So both teams look comfortable coming out of the half. But when they got to the final third to make the right decision or to put the weight on the pass, has not been telling. But overall, it was a good contest, a good battle. But we needed to see more goals.
Yeah, well, unless if fate has it that they meet in the semi-finals, MABOUYA will have bragging rights over Dennery for this edition of the Semi-Pro Football League, as they would have done the double if the scoreline remains as is.
Yeah, the double is a big thing. When you walk through the community, you can hold your head up high, knowing that you secured 6 points. It's an opportunity. Again, going a begging. A shot.
And you know how St. Lucia is. You could be talking about dominoes. Guys say, yeah, but we beat you all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. Jump high, jump low.
That's right.
Ball in the area. Player getting on there, but that one would be scored in the NFL. Not in the SPFL.
Field goal.
That's right.
Extra point.
Yeah, that's 3 points. Like I said, it's a derby. Then we really wanted to put it at them. But it seems that the scoreline will remain the same. I think we have much time left in this one. That's what you want, to put that ball all the way down in the corner. Smart football there by MABOUYA. And you push everybody upfield. It's a foul throw by Anton. Why you want to get involved in that?
I think just maybe the time.
I guess, but now, that's the time now.
It's over now.
Yeah. You have it?
That's the final whistle. MABOUYA Valley doing the double over Dennery. 1-0. Earlier goal scored by MABOUYA Valley by Kervon Edward. And there was no looking back. A 7th-minute opener. And there was no looking back. And that's how the tale is written for this edition of the Semi-Pro Football League. Of course, MABOUYA Valley further etching themselves into the semi-final picture. They will now jump on to 20 points, while Dennery, they stay hovering over South Castries by 3 points on 9. For Tennyson Glasgow, I'm Elijah Williams. Stay tuned for the post-match interview. And of course, we have a second fixture coming your way, that being South Castries being hosted by Soufrière.
Stratégie, business or video officers, Sherry and Williams, security officers, Mark and Williams, the doctor is Dr. Natasha Innocent. So sit back, blacks, and enjoy our second game for this evening.
Okay, folks, I'm here with MacGyver, Raymond. MacGyver, a bit of disappointment because you guys, MABOUYA Valley, have it over you guys. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just a disappointing result. It's the first time MABOUYA have done a double on us in many seasons. So it's just a continuation of our start. We kind of find a few results in between, but the all results as they started just followed. Yeah,
you guys were on a good run. Foshe as well scored some critical goals for you guys. We saw a semblance of ascendancy, but yet you were pegged back by MABOUYA Valley. Any positives you could take from this game?
Yeah, the positive is the calmness of the game in which we found in most of the periods of the game, but our clinicalness, it fails us a lot in even games prior to that, where when we have the upper hand, we're not taking our chances, and by the time the opponent gets one, they're scoring it on us, and that is how we've been going throughout the entire season.
All right, my brother, I guess let's go back to the drawing board and see how best you guys can continue that little push, put that disappointment behind you, and move on. Enjoy the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, my brother. Okay, I'm here. Just for the MABOUYA Valley team sits. What do you put your good season to in terms of what your preparation?
We've just been training hard, just putting in the work and just believing in ourselves. Before the season start, we push and push and push, and we said we'll give it a go. We're not like the coach say, we're not competing this year, but we're not participating, but we're competing for the title.
Yeah, that's a very good statement. I can see you guys have a lot of fluidity. You play for one another, a lot of one-touch and two-touch passes. Is that part of the training every day?
Yeah, that's part of the training every day. Just because we try and pass the ball around, be patient with it, work on our touches. Yeah, so that's our game.
Also, your neighbor, DENNERY, you guys just did the double over them. How does that feel?
Very good, because we haven't beat them in, before this season. We haven't beat them in, we have been trying black out, and we lead in and we still. But now.
All right, my brother. So continue to push. Good season so far, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, man, thank you.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, man. Okay, folks, we have another matchup where we'll see the hoop.